Okay, so we will start now. So Dongwon, you may share your PowerPoint and start presenting.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, once you are ready, then you may start.
Okay. Joyce, okay lama? Another Joyce? Kevin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we start now.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sidong. You can call me William. Here's my teammate, Kevin Lim, Joyce Lu, and Joyce Noah. Today, we are going to present Malaysia Airport Holdings Perhaps. Next, I'm gonna pass to Kevin to share.
Question 1. What are the vision, mission, and core value of the company? The Malaysia Airport vision is to be the global leader in creating airport city. Their mission is together we create a joyful experience by connecting people and business. Their core value is ethical, friendly, and firm and responsibility. They are providing world-class aviation gateway, making cost-effective airport network and service, and assisting the expedition of customer, shareholder, and other stakeholders. The Malaysia Airport Company structure. We believe that great leadership comes from the structure and a solid one that allows the management team to execute any decision made by the board into the actionable plan with possible result. Next is question 2. What can you comment about the management team for the company? Also, if there are any future potential growth proposed. This Malaysia Airport management team is their CEO, Dato' Mohd Zikri Mohd Salleh. This is their CFO, Mohammed bin Rasdan Sharan. This is their CHCO, Azman Shah Mohammed. This is our CIO, Lee Yan Ying. This is our CPO, Ibrahim Chan Bondet. This is our Risk Management and Complaint Officer, Chief Azim Ismail. Okay, this our strength is partnership and customer-centric manner.
Elaborate.
Okay. Their management is one of the Malaysia Airlines in this partnership was a partnership with Emirates, which enabled the airline to operate the flight from Malaysia to Dubai. The airline also opened out Emirates entire network, enabling it to operate 11 destinations, including Rome, Paris, Madrid, and Frankfurt, as well as 30 destinations in Europe. They are the Middle East, Canada, and Africa. Second is customer-centric menu. Malaysia Airlines currently launched a new series of Malaysian desserts on its menu. In business class, airlines have introduced an on-demand dining service which allows passengers in luxury class to dine At a convenient time, the airline has made provision to provide hot meal for passengers traveling on short trip event in economy class. The move are aimed at guaranteeing the experience of Malaysia have proven to be a huge success. Next. The third is focus on performance improvement. Malaysia Airlines has currently been improving performance through the punctuality improvement and the time performance. People are also paying more and more attention to improving Malaysia Airlines customer service to improve the in-flight experience and reduce waiting time. The first is integration at the hub. The airline has integrated its operation into the Kuala Lumpur airport. Through this move, airline have been able to reduce the waiting time for passengers waiting for transfer. The connection speed is faster. The luggage delivery is faster and more reliable. Fifth is flight optimization. The cooperation with Emirates has given the airline the flexibility to take off the B777-200 for operation, and the airline has also ordered for new Airbus A350-900S. This new flight destination will help the airline expand to a larger horizon. Next, this last two is effective frequent flyer program. Airlines are using the frequent flyer program to increase the customer engagement and better connect with customer. Malaysia Airlines frequent flyer program involves many free gifts, which are automatically upgraded to a higher level and can use airport lounge. Lastly is use of technology. The company connect the value chain end-to-end through the automation, thereby using the IT as a facilitator of streamlining activity. The airline upgrade many customers in interface software while trying to help its employer collaborate better on various functions. Next, the winners. The winners first is capacity challenge. Malaysia Airlines have been facing the challenge in maximizing capability, especially for a short-haul flight. The airline also find it difficult to attract the customer for low-cost airline. Second is missing aircraft. Malaysia Airlines have been struggling with a negative brand image and the failure suffered by the missing MH370 aircraft. Cost management. Malaysia Airlines' biggest weakness is the company's inability to manage its costs. The company faced many challenges in streamlining budget and managing purchase in a cost-effective manner. Next, this is the Malaysia Airport, the future potential growth. Malaysia Airlines should also focus on brand building, supporting the brand with culture, and enable the brand to penetrate the community and enter the thousands of households. Continue to strengthen cooperation with relevant government departments to contribute to the revitalization of Malaysia tourism industry and promotion of Malaysia economic development. The Malaysia airport should be built a complete air network system so that the domestic network can connect to international network, just like the internet. Malaysia Airlines should also be integrated into the international aviation industry. This requires Malaysia Airlines to not only participate in competition in the aviation industry, but also to cooperate with it. Malaysia airports must attach importance to customer management and build a system to manage the customer development. Maintain and development this move and symmetrically maintain the brand and play a role of killing the two birds with one stone. Now we pass to William C.
Okay, thank you, KP. Now I'm going to present question 3. What are the main competitors from the company? Malaysia Airport. Malaysia Airport Hosting is a Malaysia airport company that manages most of the airports in Malaysia. Therefore, the competitors must be in the same airport management industry. The first competitor, Airport of Thailand, AOT. There is Thailand Airport Management Industry. They manage Bangkok International Airport, such as Don Mueang, Suvarnabhumi, Their second competitor is Angkasa Pura II. They are in Indonesia airport management industry. They manage Jakarta International Airport, also named Soekarno-Hatta. Their third competitor is Changi Airport Group. They are Singapore airport management industry. They manage Singapore Changi Airport. Next, this is the pictures of their airport. Okay, so will they pose a great threat? My answer is yes. This competitor will pose a great threat to Malaysia airport. This is the reason. Airport of Thailand, AOT. They have 6 international airports. They're maintaining quality awards from 2015 until 2020. Their Don Mueang Airport is the biggest road carrier airport serving Bengal. It handles domestic flights and some international regional flights. There are Suvarnabhumi is the 17th business airport in the world, 11 business airport in Asia, and the business in the country. They have handled 16 million passengers in 2017, and is also a major air cargo hub with a total of 95 airlines. Therefore, this company will pose a threat to Malaysia airport in the airport management industry. Second, this is their awards from Skytrax. Okay. Second is Angkasa Pura. Angkasa Pura is the name used by 2 separate state enterprises of the Indonesian Ministry of State-owned enterprise responsible for the management of airport in Indonesia. The separate 2, which is Angkasa Pura I and Angkasa Pura II. They have different operates airport in different Indonesia, Western and Eastern. They also won 2 awards in 2018, which is Golden Winner Indonesia Melayan Ni Terbaik and Golden Winner the Best Leader Revolution Method Integrators Terbaik. The awards performed is obligation to pay dividends to the state as shareholder. They always committed to provide the best service and consumer protections to airport service users, implement good corporate governance practice, improve employee and family welfare. Therefore, this company will pose a threat to Malaysia airport in the airport management industry. Third, Changi Airport Group. It is currently ranked the world's best airport by Skytrax. It was offered 620 awards since its opening from 1981. There are served more than 100 airlines flying to 400 cities in around 100 countries and territories worldwide. It is one of the busiest cargo airports in the world. They are also having higher standards of trained employees. They provide fabulous facilities into airports such as spa, pool, children playground. They provide outdoor environment to ensure every traveler's experience can be enhanced by the presence of art design. Therefore, this company will pose a threat to Malaysia Airport in the airport management industry. Next, I'm gonna pass to Joyce Liu to present. Thank you.
Okay, now I will present the question 4 about what can we comment on our company financials. Next. First, net profit margin decreased from 30.84% to 25.90%. For net profit margins, the higher the better. The lower net profit margin means that the operating expenses are absorbing a greater proportion of sales income. For returns on capital employed, our company has decreased from 3.88% to 3.49%. With returns on capital employed, the higher the percentage figures, the better. Returns on capital employed should always be higher than the rents at which the company borrowed. Otherwise, any increase in borrowing will reduce shareholder earnings. Earnings per share of our company has dropped from 14.27 cents to 28.90 cents. Low earnings per share might only means that the company has spent a lot of money on growth in the past year. Next. Price per earning ratio increased from 13.65 times to 90.45 times. A higher price earning ratio shows that a positive bigger performance. And investors are willing to pay a higher share price to this because of growth expectations in the future. Current ratio of our company also decreased from 2 to 1.34. A lower current ratio means that the company has not enough money and higher payables. If continue, the company may have difficulty fulfilling a short-term application. Next is our credit ratios, decreased from 1.2 to 0.85. The normal level range of the ratio is 1.1. A decline in this ratio means a reduced ability to generate cash. If credit ratio is less than 1, means that the company is more depends on inventories to cover immediate liability. Next. Debt to total capitals also decreased. A lower debt to capitals ratios means the company raises its funds through current revenues or shareholder. Generally, companies with lower debt capitals has more flexibilities in raising additional capitals through debt. For debt to equity, the capital has decreased from 56.29% to 52.8%. A lower debt to equity ratio indicates the company less leveraged, but is usually implies a more financially stable business. The last is our debt to asset, decreased from 23.1% to 22.2%. The lower the debt to asset ratios, the less risky the companies. That's all for me. Thank you. Now I will pass to Joyce Nguyen to continue our presentation.
Now we look question 5. If you are one of the investors looking for investments, will you join the company business? Explain and justify your results. Now, if I am one of the investors, I will join Malaysia Airport Global business. The first reason is it has highly regulated. Malaysia Airports operate in a highly regulated industry where the passenger service charges are determined by the Malaysia Aviation Commission, an entity established by the government as an independent body to regulate economy and commercial matters of the aviation industry. In order to maintain standard and equitable practice at the airport for all airlines, Malaysia Airports has established the conditions of use, which outline the standard contract governing the relationship between the airport and all the airlines utilizing the service at QUL, as well as conditions for the use of the airport. Next, the second reason is financial performance keep improving, still trading at a very cheap price. Increased price of common stock will attract more investors, with profit expected to grow by 57% over the next years. The near-term future sibling of Malaysia Airports Holding Berhad. The third reason is strong competitive psychology. Think for the customer point of view to satisfy the customer's demand of offer competitive aeronautical charge, which are among the lowest in the world, equipped with good infrastructures and facilities, 3 runway systems around for efficiency in flight operations, and well-equipped terminals with convenience facility. And the next 2 slides is our reference. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. So before the next group share, right, I will need to share something. Okay, wait. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So since strategy management is the mixture of management and also some of the finance, right, I will just talk about little finance. Okay, so for Malaysia Airport, right, currently the share price will be 6.29, but I would say it's quite challenging time for now. If let's say you want to enter because of the external factor. Remember our SWOT analysis about internal and external factors. Okay, so I would say this one is hugely impacted by the external factor because of the COVID-19, the mutation, and also the closing of the national border. Okay, 关掉那个边界 in Chinese. So this one, I would say is killing the airline business and also the airport business. Okay, and another weaknesses will be the Malaysia Airport, right, the ranking is keep dropping. I remember when I was studying my degree and master, right, Malaysian Airport, right, Kuala Lumpur International Airport is having the ranking within the 10 ranking. 在前10名内. Okay, in Chinese. So meaning that the ranking for and also the performance of the Malaysian Airport, right, need to be increased so that they can attract more travelers to transit or to use Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Okay, because Malaysia Airport, right, I believe that most of you know, right, we have many international airlines operating in our airports in Kuala Lumpur. Okay, and I would say for the management wise is quite good. Okay, just that the external factor is affecting the airline, both the airline and also the airport. Okay, that's the summary. Okay. Okay, so next group, you may start to share your screen. Anki group. Yeah, once you are ready, then you may start.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Enki from Dutch Ready Group. These are my team leaders, which is Adeline Ngoi, Tan Lieping, and Xu Sengjing. So we are going to present a topic about Dutch Lady. So I will let Adeline to start first.
For question 1, what are the mission and core values of the Dutch Lady company? Next. Next.
Sorry, wait for me. My laptop seems stuck.
Okay, take your time.
The vision of Dutch Lady is to further strengthen our position as the leading dairy company driving growth. The mission of Dutch Lady is helping Malaysians move forward in life with trusted daily nutrition and to continue developing products that contribute to a healthy society. Next. 4 core values of Dutch Lady includes sustainability, responsibility, integrity, and timeliness. Next. Next, I would like to pass to Anki to continue. Thank you.
Okay, now we look for question 2. What can you comment about the management team for the company? Also, is there any further potential growth proposed there? Okay, apart from leading and managing the firm to ensure that the nation is well fed. The DR management team also committed to ensuring that Dutch Lady remains financially sound and commercially resilient. The DL board of directors is made up of qualified persons with a variety of backgrounds, experience, and viewpoints. It was created to aid in the making of informed and essential decisions, as well as the duty of effectively and responsibly leading and managing the company. The board of directors is responsible for establishing the company vision and mission, as well as the company philosophy and defining management team objectives, as well as overseeing the team. The directors' responsibilities including establishing the company's vision and mission, as well as the company philosophy and defining management team objectives, and also reviewing the team performance. So DLMI, which means Dutch Lady Milk Industry Berhad, is proud of its excellent milk. So Dutch Lady Berhad unwavering commitment to providing optimal nutrition in all of its products. DL invests in research and development throughout the dairy value chain in order to improve the processes, technology, and also dairy nutrition options. This has helped DL to establish a solid reputation and pave the way for a brighter future. So the further potential growth proposed from next year to 2025, Dutch Lady Milk Industry Berhad will invest 340 million in the development of a new dairy production cluster in Bandar Baru Estate Negeri Sembilan. So this picture shows the production cluster of the development. Okay, Dutch Lady will be able to make nutritional products with the added scalable ability to manufacture the new unique variation in the future, driven by consumer trends and occasions, thanks to the development of the 13.04 ha industrial land purchased in 2020 year. The new plants will also help to produce additional spin-off economic advantages to the local economy as well as the vendors. So this one is said by the Managing Director Tarang Gupta. So question 3, I will pass to Adeline again.
Question 3 is about what are the main competitors for the company and will they pose a great threat? Next. Dutch Lady Milk Industry Berhad is a manufacturer of cow milk and dairy products in Malaysia since the 1960s. The first competitor of Dutch Lady is Nestle. Nestle is a Swiss multinational food and drink processing conglomerate corporation, and it produces Nespresso, Nescafe, and KitKat. The second competitor will be the F&N Berhad. F&N is the largest beverage manufacturers and distributors in the region, and it produces canned drinks such as 100 Plus, F&N Fan Fabulous, and F&N Seasons. The last competitor will be the Vitamilk. Vitamilk is the largest dairy company in the Vietnam, and it produces milk and yogurt. Next. These competitors will pose a great threat to Dutch Lady. Reasons are as follows. For Nestle, it is the largest food company in the world, and Nestle is the most renowned brand in the world. It has developed a respected reputation in the food and beverage sector, offering high-quality products for everyday use across the globe. Next. Nestle wants to help shape a better and healthier world for individuals and families. Nestle has some of the world's most recognized brands under its name, such as Nescafe, KitKat, Gerber, Milo, and Maggi. Nestle's products include baby food, medical food, bottled water, daily products, and etc. Next. F&N is the Singaporean food and beverage F&N manufactures and sells canned milk, both condensed and evaporated, and other dairy products and soft drinks. The company manufactures its products in Malaysia and Thailand. Next. Its sales are split somewhat evenly among its three operating segments: dairies in Malaysia, dairies in Thailand, and soft drinks. The company exports its products worldwide, with those sales included in the dairies in Malaysia and dairies in Thailand segments. F&N's core soft drink brands include 100 Plus, F&N Season C, F&N Nutri soy drink, and F&N Farm Flavors carbonate soft drinks. Its milk brands include Carnation, Magnolia, Farmhouse, Beer Brand, and Ideal Milk. Next. Vitamilk is maintaining the #1 position in Vietnam market and aiming to reach the top 30 of world's largest dairy companies in terms of revenue. Vitamilk focuses on daily industry and daily related products, which is the core business of its brand. Next. Vitamilk continue to R&D to develop more new products with innovations, expand and diversify portfolio based on the consumers' preference and demands, as well as bring various and convenient experience to them. They promote more on high-end and added value products, especially in urban areas, and they become the most valuable dairy company in the Southeast area. Next, I would like to pass to Anki to continue. Thank you.
Okay, so actually question 4 is done by my team member Leping, but due to her personal issues, so I would like to present for her. Okay, question 4. What can you comment on the company financials? For example, the revenues, the cash flow, and others. Okay, so look at this picture. For the revenue, as you can see, the revenue is keep on growing. So just have a look. Okay, so the next is the financial statement of Dutch Lady Company. Okay, so this one is the statement of the financial position. Okay, so this is the statement of profit and loss and the changes in equity and the cash flow. Okay, so for the financial instruments, the first one is the market risk, which is the currency risk. As you can see, a 10% of strengthening of Ringgit Malaysia against the following currencies at the end of the reporting period would have increased the equity and post-tax profit by the amounts shown below. This analysis is based on the foreign currency exchange rate variance that the company considered to be reasonably possible at the end of the reporting period. So this analysis assumes that all other variables, in particular interest rate, remain constant and ignores any impact of forecast sales and purchases. Okay, so this one is the currency, the equity, and the profit part. Okay, a 10% of weakening of Ringgit Malaysia against the above currencies at the end of the reporting period would have had equal but opposite effect on the above currencies to the amounts shown above, on the basis that all other variables remain constant. The movement in other currency exchange rates are not expected to have any significant effect on the profit and loss. The second one is about the interest rate risk. Dutch Lady Company does not have any fixed rate borrowings. The company's variable rate borrowings, which is primarily in its overdraft facility, is exposed to a risk of change in cash flows due to the fluctuation in the market interest rate. So the company places short-term deposits with licensed banks, which are not significantly exposed to risk of change in interest rates. Short-term receivable and payable are not significantly exposed to the interest rate risk. The following one is the other price risk. Other price risk means the risk that fair value or future cash flows of a financial instruments will fluctuate because of changes in market price other than those arising from interest rate risk or currency risk. Other price risk comprises equity price risk and commodity price risk. The company is not exposed to any other price risk. For the fair value information, the carrying amounts of cash and cash equivalents and short-term receivables and payables reasonably approximate their fair values due to the relatively short-term nature of this financial instrument. The carrying amounts of non-current lease liabilities reasonably approximate their fair value. The table below analyzes financial instruments carried at the fair value together with their carrying amounts shown in the statement of financial position. Okay, for the capital management, Dutch Lady Company objectives when managing capital are to maintain a strong capital base and safeguard the company's abilities to continue as a going concern so as to maintain the investor, the creditor, and the market confidence and to sustain future development of the business. The board of directors monitors the return of capital, which the company defines as to results from operating activities dividend by total equity attribute to owners of the company. The board of directors also monitors the level of dividends to shareholders. Okay, question 5, I will pass to Xiu Senjing.
Question 5 is, if you are one of the investors looking for investment, will you join the company business? Next. So my answer is no. First of all, before we want to invest in any company, we should look at the growth and the revenue and profit of that company. Well, Dutch Lady had grown its revenue slowly from 1.04 billion in 2016 to 1.1 billion in 2020. Its profit had declined from the 198 million to 2016 to 97.5 million in 2020. So it's decreased a lot. The company banned its poor result in recent years on its pricing strategy because of the higher raw material price and also negative exchange rate impact. The gross profit margin is decreased from the 0.37 in 2019 to 0.32 in 2020. The net profit margin is also decreased from the 0.1 in 2019 to 0.06 in 2020. Next. The second one we have to looking for is the dividend. The net dividend pair for 114.8 million declined to the 51.2 million from the 2016 to 2020. So we can see that the dividend price, the dividend per share is quite decreased a lot. And also in the 2019, for the dividend pair for the share is 50 cents, but in 2020 is 40 cents. Dutch Lady is considered dividend period. However, income investor may be conscious to the note that dividend per share was reduced to the 2.02 ringgit per share in 2018, and also 1.14 share per share in 2019 due to the company's poor result in recent years. Next. The next one we have to looking for the ability to pay the current liability of the Dutch Lady. The current asset is decreased from the 340 million to 288 million from 2019 to 2020. The current liability is increased from the 292 million to 324 million. So we can see that the current ratio decreased from the 1.07 to 0.86. So we can see the ability to pay the current liability is decreasing for the Dutch lady company. The next one. The next is price earning ratios. This is quite important statement that we have to looking for. We can call it P/E ratio. P/E ratio of the Dutch lady company decreased from the 33.47 in 2018 to 32.34 in 2020. The price of purchase is decreased from the 67.6 in 2018 to 37 ringgit 20 cent in 2020. We can see the price of the purchase is decreased quite almost 40% and above. Although the PL company with a lower P/E ratio is usually an indication of weak current as well as future performance, this could prove to be a poor investment. The next. The number 5 is return on equity. We can call it ROE. ROE formula is net profit divided by the equity. A sustainable and increasing POE over time can mean the company is good at generating shareholder value because it knows how to reinvest in earning wisely to increase productivity and profits. In contrast, a declined ROE can mean that management is making poor decisions on reinvesting capital in unproductive assets. So we can see the ROE of the Dutch lady is 71.3% in 2019, but in 2020 is totally decreased to the 44%. It is poor in the result of the return on equity. The next one is we call gearing ratio. Gearing ratio formula is total debt divided by the total equity and time 100. The gearing ratio of the Dutch lady in 2020 is 11.76. This means the Dutch lady can cover the debt in the short term. Okay, the next one. In conclusions, the growth of the Dutch lady is not good in aspect. Due to the COVID-19 and the cost of the materials increase, the profit had decreased in result. Although considering the company does not look like an attractive investment for the time being, particularly since its valuation is on the high side, considering its low growth prospect. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So let me share the screen for a while. Okay, let's say you can see my screen. Please type yes or you can say yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, so
Yes,
this will be the current situation for the Dutch lady. So currently it's around 34. So I will say it's on the declining stage. I will say this company, I will leave it to you. But for my view, I will say the competitors are quite fierce, especially Nestle. Okay, because let's say I have the milk for Dutch lady and I have the milk for Nestle. Which one do you prefer? Anyone?
Nestle.
Nestle. Because the branding is strong, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say when you are in primary or secondary school, you will always hear about or you will always look at the brand about Milo. Is it? Yeah, that will be the influence since you are small. Okay, so I would say that in terms of the branding wise, right? Nestle is stronger. Okay, but Dutch lady also strong, but not as strong as Nestle. Okay, and also recently because of the pandemic, so the production scale is half to 30% to 50% of the capacity, meaning that 30% to 50% of the workers, right, can only enter to join the production process. Okay, not 100%. So this one can affect the production overall for the Dutch lady. Okay, and for the bright side, in contrast, they have undergoing the CapEx. CapEx means capital expenditure. Okay, meaning that they want to expand their business. Okay, so this is a good thing, provided their revenue is still can maintain. But according to the financial, right, their revenue is maintaining, but I would say it's maintaining, okay? Not growing and not slowing down, okay? It's stagnant. Okay? So for the long term, I would say depending on the COVID status and also the management status, it will be on shine or going to decline. We will see. Okay. Okay, so let's follow by next group, the Kalung group for your MyEG. Still black out there. I cannot see.
Hold on.
Oh, is it line not stable? Because I don't see his name. Or other group member can help to share the screen. If let's say Hua Kun line is not stable. Yeah, once you are ready, then you may start.
Okay.
Today we're going to present about the annual report analysis for MyEG. MyEG stands for Malaysian e-Government. I would like to introduce myself and my group members first. I am Lo Kalung and my group members, Tiong Hoa Kung, Philip Yu, and Redmond C. The first question, what are the vision, mission, and core values of the company? The vision of MyEG is to be a high value added provider of globally competitive IT services. And the mission of MyEG is in order to realize our vision, we strive to optimize our current technology capabilities, develop the employees' potential, enhance the stakeholder confidence, and increase our revenue growth through the market expansion, product expansion, and continuous innovation. The core values of MyEG are responsibility, convenience, innovation, and integrative.
Okay, so I would like to comment about the management team for the company. So the management team continuously and while manages MyEG's business model and the business and operation strategy by complying with the element of IR. Therefore, the company continues to abide by these IR elements. So these guiding principles and content elements will create a sustainable value for all stakeholders. Besides that, according to the report, we can also find out that even though in an unstable economic situation, the MyEG adapts to the current situation and creates more value by enhancing its flexibility and agility. So this also proves that MyEG continues to play an important role to provide related digital service for citizens and governments. The company's financial performance for the year improved in 2019 through strong transaction volume, with the revenue increasing from 562.27 million to 591.58 million. Although MyEG's expenditure in the year has increased significantly, it still maintains a good financial position through financial planning so that it can increase expenditure to expand new business, industry, and business opportunities. Okay, next slide. So there are the key senior management team. I've briefly listed their academic qualification and work experience below. So if you look at the background of these senior managers, you can find that they are rich in experience and very senior in the workplace. So obviously, MyEG management team shows that they are very capable to manage the company well. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. So for the potential growth proposed, I propose some with the development of technology and adapting to the current population situation. MyEG's new digital service, MyData SSM, can make it easier for the public to obtain information about companies and enterprise registered in Malaysia. However, the stricter monitoring and planning are required in this aspect of management. Also, MyEG is currently developing in the direction of technology and digitalization, and they continue to play the role of innovators and developers. Therefore, there is some suggest by strengthening infrastructure and attaching importance to the technology development and innovation so that they can continue to create innovations to keep up with the development of technology. And lastly, MyEG's group is promote to key industry in the market, building bridges between consumer companies and governments, and expanding its business in the world. Therefore, the business management should not be neglected, especially in the communication and technical exchange between countries. Okay, I'll pass to the next person.
What are the main competitor for the company? First one competitor is IOG. IOG is a information technology industry founded in 2007, remote technical support firm based in Gurgaon and India. Second competitor is OCLC. They are not-profit cooperative organization founded in 1967 as the O'Hare College Library Center, become online computer library center as is expected. The last one competitor is Transportation Security Administration, which short form called TSA, agency of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, as a response to the September 11 attack under the administration of President Bush. While there pose a great threat, IOG provides a subscription-based technical support of personal computer connected device and profile and software application. Their robust polite staff and privacy warning, however, is a performance poorly due to limited tools and clean out. Consumers have to pay $170 per year for the warranty support. IOG has been received 2 stars out of 5 in PC Match. Thus, this company does not pose a great threat to MyEG. OCLC provides bibliographic, abstract, and full text information, produce and maintain WorldCat at the largest online public asset catalog in the world, acquire the trademark and copyright associated with the David Dismer classification system, honor preservation, microphone, and quantization operation when it was solved to prestate library work. Thus, this company will pose a great threat to MyEG. TSA improve airport security procedures and centralize air travel security under a single federal agency. There has multiple screening process and regulation related to passengers and carry-on luggage, including identification requirement, cut down full body scanner, device restriction, and explosive screening. It also developed broad policy to protect the U.S. transportation system, including highway, railroad, mass transit system, post, and pipeline. Thus, this company will pose a great threat to MyEG.
Okay, so now I will comment on the company financials. The revenue growth is declining about 46.2%, and the cash flow is plummets. The change in equities has appreciated within 1 year. Next. Okay, so for the probability ratios, the ROA is increased and ROE is also increased. The gross profit margin is decreased, operating profit margin is increased, and for the EPS is increased, and PE ratio is decreased. Next. And lastly, for the debt ratio, it is decreased. Next. Okay, so for the liquidity ratios, the current ratio is increased and the quick ratio is increased. Next. Okay, so for the leverage ratios, next, the debt to assets is decreased. The debt to equity is also decreased. The time interest earned is increased. Next. And for the activity ratios, next, the inventory turnover is increased. The account receivable turnover is decreased, and for the average collection period, it is also decreased. Next. Okay, so now I will pass back to Jack.
Okay, for question number 5, if I am the one of the investor who looking for an opportunity, I will choose to join this company. The first reason is convenient. MyEG builds, operates, and owns the electronic channel to deliver the services from various government agencies to Malaysia citizens and businesses. It is expanding into new government services as well. Next. The second reason is MyEG provide an online channel to proceed the essential government services to Malaysia citizens and businesses, especially during this NCO. The last reason is the further development of the country. My EG commit to provide innovative and new services to enhance their existing services to reinforce their position as the Malaysia leading e-government services provider. That's all for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me share the screen. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. So this is the my EG situation for the stock. I will say currently is maintaining 1.86, and I will say this company, right, is good, but then there is one great risk, the only one great risk, okay, because this company, right, is heavily relying on the government assignment and also government project. I mean in Malaysia, right? Because the revenue, right, mainly comes from Malaysia, right, means domestic, right? I will say the main risk will be political change. Okay. For example, during 2018, right, we have the election, okay, whereby our previous Prime Minister Najib is losing, okay, and then Mahathir is coming out that time as the Prime Minister. And that time, right, especially in May, right, you will see this one on 2 ringgit something, right, and then drops to below 1 ringgit. Okay, because of the government change. So that's why you need to study international business. Okay, in IB, right, we will study about the politics and also how to mitigate the political risks. Okay, mainly there are 3. Okay? Namely are adaptation, information gathering, and also political influence. And also for the political influence, right, you can either use the lobbying. There are 2 types, direct lobbying or indirect lobbying, right, to mitigate the risk. Right? Okay, so that's all for today's class. So this coming Friday, no class, but I want you to do your assignment because your assignment, I would say half of the group, right, is okay, but another half is not okay. Okay, especially question 1. Okay, question 2, some group is doing well. Okay, some group, I would say majority. Okay, so make sure you revise your assignment and then try to score A or A-, okay, if possible. Okay, so that you can pull out your marks and so that you don't have to be so stressed during your final exam. Okay, and for your information, right, don't heavily rely on final exam because normally final exam the question will be tougher. Okay.
GG。
不要太过依赖 final exam， 记得 assignment 做好，因为通常你们的 final exam 题目会比较难。
比较容易的不明显。
Yeah, in other words. Okay, so make sure you do well in your assignment. Okay, and also your assignment, right, you need to do the video presentation whereby you need to make the video at home at your own time. And you need to submit to me the video by group leaders before 16th of June, 16th of July.
16th of July, okay.
Yeah, the video. But the report, right, you need to submit to turn in before 12th of July. For video will be 16.
Okay, okay.
Okay, okay, don't worry, I will give you time. There will be no classes for several classes, right? Because I want you to do your video at home. Okay. And for the video, right, you must record at least 15 minutes. This one, let me write down. 15 minutes the minimum, and maximum is 20 minutes. And I will say the advantage for the video presentation, right, is you can record and record over until you are satisfied. 就是说你们可以一直录到你们满意为止。
Video 有双分吗？
有。
还有啊。
Yeah, 5 marks. Out of 30.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so I will say it's not stress because other group will not view your video. Just me and KL side will view the video. Okay. So this Friday no class. So remember, no need to enter this coming Friday. Okay.
Holiday.
And our next class will be on next Monday. Okay. Followed by the other 3 groups.
Okay.
And okay. And last reminder for the group who are presenting today, the good leaders, you need to upload your PowerPoint slide in Google Classroom. Okay. The group who are presenting today.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I will see you on next Monday. Bye. Good luck.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.